back to All Things Unkept. I'm your host, Austin, and as we get started here, I just want to thank everybody for the support I am getting right now. It's pretty cool. YouTube's so new for me, and I didn't know. Am I gonna get any views at all? Is it just gonna be a big fat zero? For a while. I don't really know how it works. They're probably trying to be more like Instagram and TikTok, where everything is more easily discoverable, which is just to keep people watching for longer, of course, keep people on the platform for longer, whatever. I guess I'm just feeding into that now, aren't I? But thank you if you're watching me and not something else. Anyways, check out this drawing. It's getting warm around here where I live. It's not usually very warm for the majority of the year. So when we have a little heat wave, when we kind of are right now, for us USA folks, it's like in the 90s, like low 90s, like below 90, 94, 93. And that's pretty hot for us. And in fact, it is so hot that my apartment, which doesn't have any kind of built-in AC, we have a little mobile AC unit, which just barely keeps up with our already pretty small apartment. Where I record and do all the videos and everything, my computer is pretty much almost as far away from the AC as you can get. So that means it's a good, 5 to 10 degrees warmer over here than over by the AC, which is still a lot cooler than it is outside. Right now, as it is, it's probably getting close to 90 degrees outside, and the apartment feels fine. But anyways, what that means is I can't edit videos when it gets that hot. I literally was like, okay, well, I don't need to do much because I had already recorded everything. I was like, I just need to cut down the video because, sometimes I take a break while I'm recording and there's like a chunk of me doing nothing. So I was like, it just needs to be cooled down for a little bit because I had just rendered another video file and that made my laptop so hot that it just wasn't working. So I took my laptop and I just went over to the AC unit and I put the fans, which are on the bottom side, because it has a little bit of an air intake, which is great that it has it, to be honest. I don't think it works very well. It's, only a couple millimeters from the surface of whatever it's on. I have it on risers, but that doesn't really help. Anyways, I stuck it in front of the AC and it instantly cooled down and started working way faster. So I just did that for a little bit to cool it down and then brought it back over here and was able to get the editing done. So hey, there's always a way. I'm going to get this stuff done. I'm going to get it out there no matter what. Anyways, this drawing, so the heat's got me thinking of hot things, the beach and stuff. So a cactus kind of popped in my mind, but not a normal cactus, of course, because that's boring. So I drew this weird shriveled up cactus with all these odd holes. I kind of thought, hey, this kind of looks like that weird phobia that lots of people have, trypophobia, I believe, trypophobia. It's a weird phobia where when you see a cluster, a grouping of holes, usually smaller, it gives you this weird sense of dread or disgust or just fear, I guess, uneasiness. And I gotta say, I think I kind of have a little bit of trypophobia. Don't Google it, by the way. The images that come up are just, not only are they kind of freaky, but they're kind of gross too. I don't know why they needed to do that. Just as an added layer, I guess. They'll Photoshop holes onto people's faces, and it's just really gross. But yeah, I have a friend, for instance, who I know has this a lot worse than me, because there have been times where I've been like, hey, check out this cool thing I found, or he'll see something somewhere and just be like, oh, And it's totally just because it grosses him out so much and he doesn't want to look at it. I think we've only teased him a few times about it. Maybe more, I don't know. It's been a while. I've done other art, actually, that's similar to this. It was a sculpture, however. It was flat. But I really like making these kinds of things. I don't know, the texture, the spaces between the kind of like tube-like structure almost. I don't know, I just really enjoy it. I really enjoy the depth that can be created with such simple shapes, and kind of how you choose to connect them through whatever values you're using. I don't know, I feel like I kind of got impatient on this one because I have a problem where I will start to draw something and it'll be this kind of repetitive pattern almost, or shape, and then I realize, oh man, I have so many circles to draw over and over. So I kind of, about 2/3 into this drawing, I think I kind of started getting impatient, which usually means I stop using as wide a variety of pencil grades. I try to still make it look as convincing as I can, but I don't know, the subtlety of the shading kind of gets lost a little bit. The shading seems a little more forced. You can definitely kind of see it if you compare to the left side to the right side later on. That's kind of like, that's my biggest gripe with painting, is the constant back and forth between brushes. I guess you don't switch brushes as often, but between the canvas and the paint, back and forth constantly, drives me crazy. I just want to look at the painting and paint the painting. I don't want to look down at the paint, every 5 seconds. With drawing with graphite, if I'm switching between pencils, it's a lot less. And sometimes it's quicker, and the pencil's right there, and it's not messy, and I'm not mixing colors. So really, I'm just trying to make this as easy for me as possible, while also, still making it more difficult on myself with what I'm drawing. You know how it goes. But I will say this one didn't feel like it took super long. I wouldn't say I got bored. I think I just get tired of drawing the same thing over and over. It feels like I'm trying to recreate the wheel, kind of. It's like, well, I already drew one tube that looks nice. I don't want to have to draw the rest. How many are there? I didn't count. I don't know. Anyways, it didn't take as long as the last drawing. It's just probably mostly because this is less detailed, which is fine. I both like detail, and I also just kind of like, this very simple, easily identifiable kind of shapes and patterns and stuff, because that can look really good together too. Anyways, next video probably won't be a drawing. Actually, no, there'll definitely be a drawing in it. However, my package arrived from JetPens. It's got a bunch of pencils and stuff in it. I haven't opened it yet. I really want to, so I'm excited to film that video. Live reviewing and looking at all these products and stuff that I got. Pencils mostly. Anyways, yeah, you'll just have to wait and find out. I guess I'm waiting to find out too, though, because I don't know. I always get worried with the mail, with shipping stuff. Not so much that it'll get lost or stolen, because honestly, at this point, that's just kind of a given. So, I'm like, okay, yep, that happened. All right, let's move on. Like, it's just gonna happen. I get worried with with temperature and handling. I mean, I've never really been too disappointed. I've never gotten anything like broken, and usually if it was broken, I think it would be like a manufacturer problem. But with this heat going on, I start to think like, oh no, is it gonna affect the wood of the pencils? But then I also think like, oh well, if anything happened, they got like crushed by another box and they're already broken. So we're gonna find that out too. That's a little scary. If I have a broken pencil, I think I'll be pretty sad. I'll have to order more, but hey, at least it'll make for an interesting video, right? Anyways, check out this drawing. I'm almost done. You can kind of see where I'm starting to give up on drawing tubes over and over. because I wanted this to be maybe not smaller, but simpler, and I immediately drew as many circles as I could. So I paid for it in the end. I don't know, I like it. I tried to change the lighting. I usually do lighting from like the top right down left just because I always have, and it's really easy. That's probably where I placed the sun in the corner of the frame when I was a kid, and I've just never stopped. But I wanted to move the lighting around a little bit. I definitely messed up and it's not consistent. But that was a fun experiment. And it's nice to know that, hey, I can just move the lighting somewhere else and all of my drawings won't look the same. There it is. That's the finished project. I hope you guys like it. I think we're kind of on the end here. So, hey, like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you want. I will see you next time.